This morning, I mentioned 5 fatal flaws briefly in my opening session, and I want to just spend a minute here with you. We've spent a lot of time today talking about competitive advantage, refining your advantage. When you heard people on stage, I think it was very clear from the people that were here, they've worked on a competitive advantage scenario, and their organizations have capitalized on that and had success. So what I'd like to do, if you could pull that slide up for me, please. Do you have it over there? There you go. We're going to talk about 5 fatal flaws, and then we'll go into our closing, okay? The first flaw is companies don't have one, but they think they do. Oftentimes, you're going to believe you have a competitive advantage, but if you're not driving revenue, you're not having more closings, you're not getting more deals, you're not substantially becoming a player in the market, you probably don't. So rethink it, okay? Rethink it. The second one is they have one, but they don't know what it is, so they lower prices. I mentioned earlier today, you will never win a price battle. You don't do it. If any of you would like a summary on how much you have to increase traffic when you lower prices, I have a spreadsheet on that. Feel free to email me, and I'll be more than happy to forward that to you. It's really valuable information. Maybe something you even want to share with some of your tenants who are out there fighting for survival today. The third one, they know it, but they don't educate their clients about it. Has he shared about social media? Social media is one of the most valuable tools that you can use to get your message out. Use it the right way. It's been a huge learning curve for me, but as I've gotten involved in it, it's really helped me expand my business just based on that one tool of social media. So find an expert, reach out to the resources that are made available to you, and really let them help you develop the message and how you're going to get the message out to the public. A lot of companies mistake strengths for competitive advantages. You're going to have certain strengths within your organization. Those may not be your competitive advantage. So stop and think about it. You've got to do some homework. I told you earlier there's 3 places. It's your perspective, your customer's perspective, and your employee's perspective. The real competitive advantage will be identified when you spend time with your customers. So go back and spend time with people you've done business with in the past and find out why they chose you and your organization so that you can capitalize on those things moving forward. You will hear a recurring theme when you do that. One of the things that came up earlier was doing some surveys and some questions. Go back. It can be as simple as, why did you choose us? You'll be amazed at what you hear when you start asking that question. And when you hear that recurring theme, you've got a competitive advantage that you can potentially capitalize on. When you listen to Rand talk today, I think it was very clear that their organization has made strategic decisions around their competitive advantage. Would you agree with that? They had a very clear path forward based on their strengths and their competitive advantage. And I shared with you this morning that there's benefits to identifying your competitive advantage. Those benefits usually include brand awareness, revenue, and profits, right? And if you look at what that organization's done, they've capitalized on this entire process and created a very dynamic organization. Each of you can do the same thing. You can do the same thing if you're a company of 1 or a company of 1,000. It comes down to making sure you do some simple things. And I want everybody to write this down if you can. This is one of my favorite sayings, okay? Never confuse activity with accomplishment. Never confuse activity with accomplishment. Oftentimes, we find ourselves doing the mundane. We find ourselves doing the easy. We find ourselves doing the simple thing. And my challenge to you as you move forward is push yourself to focus on what the big picture items are and really focus on taking your business to the next level. We're poised for a great recovery, and we all have a great opportunity to capitalize on that. I've enjoyed being with you today. If I can do anything for you at all, feel free to contact me through Grayson or any of the team through Tuscaloosa. And it's been a pleasure. At this time, I'd like to bring up Rachel and Jean. They're going to finish with a few details on what you need to do for CE credits. Thank you so much.